The end of 2022 is here, and what a year it has been for theme parks across the world. We've been lucky enough to visit some of our favourite parks this year, some of which we're very familiar with, some which were brand new for us, and some which we reunited with after many, many years. It's been such a fun-filled year, and who knows what awaits us in 2023. Before I get on into this video, I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who has watched even just a single one of our videos on this channel this year, and an even bigger thank you to everyone who has subscribed. We hit 1,000 subscribers back in February, and then with your support we then went on to hit 2,000 subscribers just 5 months later in July. And at the time of making this video, racked up a total of almost 300,000 views just this year alone. So thank you so much for all the support, it is really appreciated. And seeing as it's been such a big year for the channel, I thought it would be fun to take a look back over the past 12 months and show you my personal top 5 moments from our year. This was actually really difficult, as there's been so many fun moments, but I've managed to narrow it down to 5 of the most memorable for me. So let's get straight on into it. Number 5. Overcoming my fear at Drayton Manor. Back in August, I returned to Drayton Manor, a park which I hadn't visited in a number of years. The last time I was there, G-Force, one of the park's former roller coasters, it still existed. So it had been a while since I last took a visit to this park, and I was very surprised. The whole vibe and atmosphere had changed. There was a brand new area of Vikings which had some fantastic flat rides. My personal favourite was Loki, which is a Zamperla Nebula's ride, which looks absolutely incredible off-ride and even more enjoyable on-ride. There was also Thor, which was super fun. On this ride we actually got stuck on it due to the brakes not working, so we kind of just kept going back and forth until physics did its thing. It's an amazing area, and if you've not been to Drayton Manor recently, I would highly recommend taking a visit. But what made this trip even more memorable is that I overcame my fear of big drop towers and had a ride on Apocalypse, which, if you didn't already know, has now closed and been removed from the park. I was very scared of going on this. I don't usually get scared of rides, but this one really did terrify me. Knowing this would be my first and last ride on it, I decided to turn on my pocket microphone, which of course was locked inside my pocket, so I could pick up my reaction to this giant 177-foot freefall drop tower. So here it is, my first and last ever ride on Apocalypse, formerly found at Drayton Manor. Here we go, guys. Oh god. Here we go. Oh god, okay, so we're heading up now, about to appear above. Oh man.
My eyes are burning.
Okay, this is very scary. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Jesus. Are we at the top?
Yeah, we are now. Here we go, hands up!
Hands up! No, I can't do it. Oh my god, I'm scared.
I am.
Here we go. Oh my god! Holy crap! Oh my god, I can't believe I just did that. Honestly, I was so scared of Apocalypse before going on, but I'm so glad I did it, and I can always look back and say that I overcame my fear of it. And to be honest, I really enjoyed it too, so I'm actually quite sad it's gone. If you want to check out my full vlog from Drayton Manor, I'll leave a link down in the description below, along with all the others mentioned in this video. Number 4. Meeting the animals at Chessington. Chessington World of Adventures is one of, if not my favourite parks here in the UK. Now, I love scary big roller coasters, but what I love more is having a day out with my fiancée Jessie and going on fun family rides, and also checking out some of the other tamer attractions that the parks have to offer. For example, Chessington World of Adventures isn't just a theme park, it's also a zoo. And for our trip to Chessington this year, we wanted to focus on meeting more of the animals in the park, as last year we did the giraffe feeding experience, which was incredible. So this year we decided to visit the petting zoo and feed some of the exotic birds as well. And both of these experiences were exactly what I had hoped for. It was amazing. Those goats were so nice. At one point I was a little bit worried that we would be in that petting zoo all day and I'd never get to ride Vampire. Jessie absolutely loved it. I loved it, we had the best time, and we can't wait to get back in the new year and see them all again. And then there was the birds. We didn't really know what to expect when going into this experience. At first we thought it was just a walkthrough experience where the birds flew around you, but what we didn't know is that for just a couple pounds you could buy food and feed the birds. And what we definitely didn't know was that as soon as the birds see you with that food, they come straight for you and sit on your arms and shoulders. Just like with the petting zoo, I could honestly just spend the whole day just walking around that bird feeding experience, feeding them all. It was an amazing couple days at Chessington. We also gave you a room tour from the Safari Hotel in a separate vlog, which was a highlight on its own. I love giving hotel room tours. Whenever I visit a theme park hotel, you should always expect a hotel room tour. So let's take a look back at some of my favourite moments from the Safari Hotel room tour at Chessington World of Adventures.
Oh my god!
Oh, the giraffes are out!
They've left chocolates for us as well!
Did they leave, or did the previous guest leave that? Oh no, there's one up here as well. They've left us Freddos!
That's really nice.
These cost about as much as the room did.
There's a turtle in the pond. There is a turtle in the pond. Kieran, it's a turtle in the pond.
I found it. There he is.
Can you see the turtle in the pond?
There he is.
I don't know if it is a turtle, it might be something else, but oh my god.
I think it is.
You've not seen the size of that bathroom.
You ready? Reveal it. Oh yes. Oh my goodness me.
It's the size of a master
What?
bathroom, bedroom.
What?
Love that.
Oh dear.
The flush is a wee bit broken.
Oh dear. Still works.
Just don't go for a poo, Kieran.
I can't promise you that. Are you ready? Are you ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Yay!
That took a very long time to land. I feel like I went really high.
Nice. It was a good dive.
It was a good
I'd
dive.
say that was one of your best dives that you've done.
It's got a...
Oh.
Oh, heck. What
Did you
was
hear
that?
Sounded like a cow.
Man.
It's a wild man.
Look at all those chickens.
What is that? It literally sounds like a cow. What could it be?
And on that note, we'll see you later.
Yeah, this is a very nice room though. Very nice
The giraffe is
indeed.
back out. The giraffe is back out. The giraffe is back. They're massive. I forget how big they are. And they are massive. Bye.
Number 3, Alton Towers, Scarefest and the Enchanted Village. Whilst we're on the topic of room tours, the next highlight of this year also includes a room tour. Not just any room tour, but an enchanted room tour. In October, we returned to Alton Towers, a park which, if you're a regular here on the channel, you'll know that we visit a lot. And we checked out this year's Scarefest event on its opening day. Scarefest had a lot of mixed reviews this year. There was a brand new scare experience called The Invitation. Now this wasn't exactly the scariest scare attraction I've ever done, and I'm sure everyone who experienced it will say the same. But what I will say is that it was different, and it's good to see Alton Towers are trying something new. But this year it wasn't just the scare mazes that made this event so enjoyable. The atmosphere and crowd levels were the perfect combination to make the most enjoyable day at Alton Towers. There was barely any queues for the rides and roller coasters, but it wasn't too quiet where the atmosphere was lacking. And mixing that with the additional Scarefest activities and scenery, it made our favourite trip to Alton Towers this year. So although the scare mazes were the same as previous years, it didn't take anything away from making it an enjoyable day out, and we had a great time. And not only that, this was the first time we had ever stayed over at the resort. This is our local park, so we never really had the need to stay over, but with it being Scarefest and also our engagement anniversary, we thought it would be fun to stay over at the Enchanted Village in one of the woodland lodges. This was an incredibly themed accommodation, and I would highly recommend staying over if you get the chance to check it out. As I said, I love giving room tours, so of course I did one for the Woodland Lodge too. So let's take a quick look back at some of my favourite moments.
Yay! I'm excited! I'm so happy!
Oh, I'll let you do the honours. Enter the Hobbit house, you've got a little bench outside.
Oh!
We like this.
Oh, it's so cute!
Oh, it's nice and warm in here as
So
well.
toasty.
This is nice.
Oh my god, there's your bunk bed!
This is like proper cosy.
Oh look, you got a little window, a little cottage window.
It's a little Hobbit window. Oh.
Oh, look at that then. What in the 18th century is that? I love it.
Oh, we got another little Hobbit window down here.
No.
A little door.
I feel like that's meant to light up as well.
Oh yeah.
Maybe it will later.
Maybe.
That's not.
I like the little.
Come and pay. See, Kelp luxury soap.
Ooh,
You got yourself some
Oh, keep that.
conditioning shampoo
Keeping that.
and bath gel.
Alton Towers bath gel.
time
Okay,
it is?
you're gonna do the bed check. Here we go.
You ready? I really need a wee, so I'm gonna try and not land on my stomach.
Oh God. What? How much is the charge if you wet the bed?
Should we find out?
Oh my. Go on then.
Alright.
Give us the verdict. All right.
Yeah. It's a bit on the harder side, but I kind of
Okay.
like that because sometimes when it's too soft,
Yes.
like,
Yeah. Sometimes I like a harder bed.
way.
Oh, I know what you mean.
It's on the harder side, but not like in a bad way.
Yeah. Got a little book on the floor. Someone came knocking at my wee small door. Someone came knocking, I'm sure. Well, it said on the book that someone came knocking at my wee small door, and that's a wee small door down here.
That's what I tried.
Is anyone there?
You can hear a dial tone.
Oh God, that's a bit creepy, isn't it?
Done a cup of tea! You're like one of your French girls.
Number 2, Diggerland. We're on to my final 2 highlights of the year, and visiting Diggerland in Yorkshire has to be one of the top moments from this year. It was the most insane theme park experience ever. There's honestly nothing else like it. If you don't know what Diggerland is, it's literally a theme park with diggers. Every ride is a converted digger, and you may be thinking, how is this possible, and how does it work? Well, that's exactly what we thought too before visiting, and something that we had to vlog. So our friend Ryan from iCoaster, whose channel you need to check out, he invited us down with him. This was his first time at the park too, so we went in blind to what the park had to offer. And when we walked through those doors, we couldn't quite believe our eyes. One ride is called Spin Dizzy, and you sit in the bucket of a digger and then the operator spins you around. But it don't go easy on you either. You get spun around so fast and the cycle goes on for about 5 minutes. Luckily we got to film on the ride with the GoPro, and I'm so glad we did, because I will always look back on that footage and remember just how bizarre that whole experience was.
Oh my word.
Oh man. Oh. Wow. As well as Spin Dizzy, there was also a ride where you sat again in the bucket of a digger, but this time it just drove you around. At first this sounded quite tame, but what we didn't expect was that the digger was going to go over bumps and hills, throwing us about all over the place.
Oh my lord. What's this called again?
Oh my god!
Oh my lord, we're spinning around. What the hell is going on?
How are you finding it? What a ride.
Here we go.
Oh my god!
Oh, this needs lap balls. Oh my lord. Oh. Jeez, the best ride ever.
This was one of the most fun days out this year, and I definitely want to go back in the new year. It's insane, and that's what I love about it. And I don't think I'll ever forget the Diggerland chant.
Diggerland, 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 Diggerland. Get your diggers out for the lads.
Get your diggers out,
Get your diggers out. Get your diggers out for the lads.
Number 1, PortAventura and our visit to Spain. This just had to take the number 1 spot of highlights this year. We tend to visit the Disney parks each year when we go abroad, but this year Jessie and I wanted to go somewhere a little bit different for a change. A few different options came up, but in the end we decided to go to Spain to visit PortAventura World. This is a park which I hadn't visited in 10 years. When I last went, Shambhala had just opened, and now it was celebrating its 10th anniversary, which, as you can imagine, made me feel very old. But what a trip this was. It was so good to be back. It was during that incredibly hot summer week which we had here in the UK, but it was also ridiculously hot over in Spain too. It got to a point one day where we had to go back to the hotel room because we were sweating that much. It was amazing to get back on the rides and coasters, some of the best in the world for sure. In fact, I'll probably say that Shambhala is my favourite coaster currently. There was also some new rides which weren't there 10 years ago, such as the Sesame Street Adventure, which was absolutely phenomenal. I was not expecting it to be that good. Even just the queue line was incredible, with the animatronic Grover, and the way all the kids in the queue reacted when he came out, it was so good. What really blew me away was that nighttime show which takes place on the lake. It was incredible. There's projections, boats, floats, effects, fireworks, and even performers with those water jetpack things. I have no idea what their official name is, but they were awesome. The parade too, which takes place just before, goes all around the lake, featuring Shrek, Woody Woodpecker, and the Sesame Street characters. Honestly, if you're visiting PortAventura in 2023, you need to check out the parade and that nighttime show too. It wasn't just the theme park that we went to, we also spent the day at the PortAventura water park as well. This was the first time that we had been on a holiday since before the pandemic, so sitting there in the lazy river felt amazing. There was of course some fantastic water slides too. Just the whole trip from start to finish was my overall number 1 highlight of the year. Oh, and I won't show you the whole room tour, but the moment we opened the curtains in our hotel room and it revealed one of the best hotel room views I've ever seen, it was unreal. Just lying in bed seeing Red Force and Shambhala, it was perfect. Now, I won't show you another room tour in this video, but what I will end on is one of my favourite videos of all time, and she'll hate me for including this. Jessie isn't a fan of huge scary roller coasters, so the 249 foot Shambhala was a ride she wasn't very excited to go on. And when she finally did pluck up the courage to ride it, she hated it. Now, you can't film on rides at PortAventura, however the park do install cameras in some of their rides, including Shambhala. So this was of course something that I needed to buy. So here it is, Jessie's first and possibly last ever ride on Shambhala at PortAventura. So there we go, my top 5 highlights of 2022. It has been such a great year, filled with plenty of park trips and adventures. 2023 is going to be a huge year. I'm excited for everything that's to come. If you are new around here and you want to check out all our 2023 adventures, then be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you don't miss a single thing, because we make plenty of theme park and adventure videos which you don't want to miss. Thank you all so much for all the support this year. We hope you have a fantastic new year, and we'll see you in 2023.